a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
12. Hey, one set.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 31. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Alert.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here we go, a boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. This is Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It will be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
12.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Michael Pruitt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 23-yard line.
23
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first down, here's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, foxtrot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next score, Seahawks 14, 49ers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Watch the screen. Good job right there. 54.
Wilson. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
4 down. Let's go, baby. Back. Alert. 56. Mike. Go. Right there. 56.
On first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
380.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
Check. Watch the defense. Check. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, this is Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. That's it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's just me and you. Alert. Mike's
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Get in the way from him.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
36 power. 10.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike, check, 59.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Tyus Bowser. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you to flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
56. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Here we go. In your face.
Throwing up 1st is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go,
so now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
55.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
36 power.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. They've gone to the second quarter now in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go. Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go. Check. Buzz. Stay hot.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And open. It's Goodwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Let's go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Come on, fellas.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 31-yard.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First down, Seahawks.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Wide, get wide. Let's go double count right here, double count.
They will run with Grant, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
13.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down.
Yo.
First down 10 at the 21-yard line.
Watch the twist. Check the backer. Dude, 21. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill.
They run with Breida. Bust through the tackle. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Tighten up. Go ahead.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Garoppolo. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things at 17-all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
All day, baby, let's go! Let's go!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it, and Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
A good pickup there. 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hatchet. Check 20.
14.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
You better be ready.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. One left.
On second down now. It's Hunt, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kareem Hunt with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And fights through one man. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. He runs. Check 13. Check 13. Alert flare.
They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. He's going to have the first down past the 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kareem Hunt. 93 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As I recollect, partner, this game was tied at halftime, but obviously someone came out on fire to begin the second half.
The switch was flipped, a long touchdown there, and now all of a sudden they're up 3 scores.
3 scores, and I'm not sure they're going to be headed the way that they're playing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Garoppolo now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught here by Adams. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go, here
From
we go,
the
here we go.
34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right there.
So
54.
from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 22-yard line. This is Grant. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Let's go.
Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Mike 54.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. No pass. No pass.
Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers' 46-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Shift. Joker.
Good guys, 4 down. Up. Arvin.
Right there. 54. Right there.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. Got me booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost these, I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These, I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. First before I leave, that's that like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.